What's up, guys? Back for another Hawkeye Star Wars video, and you might be wondering, bro, what is your team? Like half mono quantum? Is it, I get like we bank on Misha's freezes, right? Like, what is this, right? This is actually a team that has a reason for being here, right? Now that reason is we recently had the events posted for version 2.7, right? And one of those events, there is a 4-star ticket selector in it, right? Now during the live stream, they didn't show us who was in it, so it was very curious to see who it was. And while there is some ups and downs with this one, overall, it's solid, I guess, right? These are the 4 4 stars that we can pick. Now, side note, I guess to say, it is rather unfortunate that we're only getting 4 options because there was a ticket with a bit more options to it, and it's always nice to have quite a bit of options. If I could pick myself, I definitely would have put like Gallagher on this and Pela, just because those are some of the more useful 4 stars. But I mean, I guess it's fine. There is one very good character that stands out between the other three, and we'll get into who that is in a moment. Right now, another thing to note, what is also very unfortunate, is 2 of these characters are actually obtainable for free. So we kind of have to look at their dupes to see if you should get them or not. It's kind of stinky. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm not gonna complain about a free character because I can actually use one of these characters. I don't have an E6, so I will 100% take it. But I am very curious to know why they put the free characters on here. I mean, do they value their dupes that much over putting on other characters? Is it just like spin the wheel, throw a dart at a dartboard? Very, very, very curious, right? Now, let's quickly and briefly go over the characters. Now, funny enough, 2 of these characters technically doesn't really matter if I go over their kits because you get them for free, and that is Lynx and Jue. Lynx is a 4-star healer that has a cool little like taunt gimmick with her skill if you're targeting a preservation or destruction character, and then her ultimate fully or sorry, not fully heals you. Well, I wish it was fully healed. That'd be kind of crazy, but heals you and dispels debuffs, which is pretty nice, right? Then Jue is a weird like crit rate, crit damage, break effect, like hybrid DPS in a sense, and you want to, you know, kind of build her with both. She's a little finicky and she doesn't really go too crazy, but I mean, hey, she's a cool character, but she is free, so we do have to take a peek at their dupes. Now, most of Jue's dupes are pretty solid, actually, right? The big ones for me is going to be the E2 and the E4. Um, the E2 is the one that lets your follow-up attacks lower toughness regardless of weakness types, which is going to help because that's kind of her whole gimmick. You want to be able to do toughness damage, so you get her follow-up attacks going, right? And her E4 increases your break effect by 40%. So if you run her in a super break comp, that is a bunch of break you're going to get for your super breaks, right? Other than that, I mean, E1 increases follow-up attack damage. These 2 are like dead dupes. I do not recommend getting your 3rd or 5th dupe for her or Lynx if that is what your ticket is. I mean, if you have everyone else like E6, and like sure, you got like no other option, but definitely want to try to get an actual effect with your dupe, right? Then E6 just decreases her karma to 6, and I think it's what, 7, right? If I'm not mistaken. It's been a minute since I've used her. Oh, sorry, it's 8. So go this down by 2 stacks so you can get it off faster. In terms of dupes for Lynx, the ones that I like are going to be E2 and then E3. E2 pretty much lets you resist a debuff on whoever you use survival response on, and then they also get attack scaling off of Lynx's max HP. Not anything too crazy, but I mean, hey, we'll take the free attack buff. Other than that, the E1 will increase how much you heal when someone is at below 50%, and then E6 will increase the max HP that they gain and give them some effect res. It is only 30%, so that is like nothing like super crazy, but I mean, hey, it's something, right? Now onto the 2 characters that you aren't going to have for free, and that is Misha, who is kind of a cool character if only he actually did damage. His whole gimmick is when using his skill, you will get a hit per action for the ultimate. You also get hits per action when you use skill points, and Misha will regenerate some energy. Then his ultimate with 10 hits per action will do a bunch of, you guessed it, hits and do more damage, and it has a chance of freeze, and you really want the freeze proc because Misha actually does more damage when the enemy is frozen. Other than that, that's kind of all Misha does. Misha doesn't do anything crazy in terms of dupes. It's just hit per action stuff. Defense lowering, which is pretty nice, right? For each hit of the ultimate lands, there's 24 base chance to reduce the target's defense by 16% for 3 turns. That is kind of nice, right? This one is more damage, and then E6 is more damage, right? So I guess E2 does have a defense lowering thing, so it's like kinda can use them as a support with that if you do proc the 24% base chance, which isn't anything crazy. And Misha himself is also like pretty bad in terms of DPSs, right? That's just the unfortunate fate of 4 stars at the moment. Most of the 4-star DPSs are like not good. You're probably going to be using your 5 stars and clearing way faster. But I mean, hey, Misha at least has a freeze, so that's pretty cool, right? But in terms of best characters to pick, right, Moze definitely by far is the best. Not only is Moze the most recent 4-star to be added to the game, but Moze actually does a decent amount of damage, all while buffing, well, technically debuffing, but in a sense buffing your damage, right, for the team. Moze is a follow-up attack unit, and his whole gimmick is using his skill on an enemy target, inflicting them with prey. Then he disappears, and every time you attack a certain amount of times, he will do a follow-up attack. Now, when you hit the target with prey, you actually are going to be giving a follow-up attack buff, right? When dealing damage by using ultimate, is considered as having launched a follow-up attack. The follow-up attack damage taken by prey increases by 25%. This will activate for everyone on your team. Now, what is a big W if you have Dr. Ratio, who was free for a while, so hopefully some of you have him, right? This will count as 2 debuffs, as you'll get the prey debuff, and then you'll get the follow-up attack debuff, and you'll be good chilling, right? So Moze is pretty decent with good old Doctor Ratio. Plus, if you get Moze's E2, you actually do 40% increased crit damage to enemies marked as prey, and this does not have a follow-up requirement, so anyone can get this, right? E1 is going to help you give energy, and then the rest of the dupes are just more damage, right? So Moze is definitely the best pick out of the group. You can run Moze with Ratio, Phase Jiao, or, you know, you could just throw him on a team if you're like just starting out. You know, if you're running like whoever, just like a DPS and you need a little bit more damage, Moze could probably help you out at the beginning stages of the game. You pretty much want to just keep him up for follow-up attack characters, but I mean, hey, if you're just starting the game, right, and you get him, I'd say that'd be pretty good. Pretty recent 4-star. Looks very cool in my opinion. One of the coolest characters they released. I wish he was a 5-star, so he'd be a bit better. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna complain, right? And this is actually who I'm picking. As you see, I only have E2, which is unfortunate because it's just ultimate talent level. But I mean, hey, it's better than nothing, right? If you have everyone E6, you pretty much just get a free single from this event, which is kind of unfortunate, right? But in terms of usefulness, I would say Moze, Lynx, Jue, then Misha, right? And if you don't have one of them, I recommend getting a character that you don't have, just because if you get them up, you actually do get 3 singles on the standard banner, which could net you a 4-star that you actually want, or just help build pity for a 5-star on the standard banner. And I'd say that's pretty damn good, right? But other than that, that's pretty much going to be it for the video. Let me know what character you guys are gonna pick in the comments. Do you have everyone E6? Are you gonna pick your first copy of Moze or Misha? Are you gonna pick another character like maybe Lynx because you really like Lynx? Let me know in the comments, and of course, don't forget to like, subscribe for more Honkai Star Wars content, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.